Tennessee. This is 10 News at 5.
Social media is now a primary means of communication for many people. Today we're taking a closer look at how events such as the Boston bombings and manhunt impact that exchange of information. Welcome back to 10 News at 5. I'm Beth Haynes. Social media, a big part of life now for many Americans. And when events like the Boston bombings and manhunt take place, people turn to Twitter or Facebook to find out the latest information or share what they have witnessed. But that can also spark plenty of rumors and even some security risks among the valid information. So for more on the impacts of social media, we are joined now by Bob Wilson, Digital Media Manager at Moxley Carmichael. And we're so glad that you would come on today to address this topic. You know, social media can be a great thing. It's a wonderful way to spread information, but that information flies quickly all over the world. And I guess the first thing I want to talk about is how, as a user of social media, can you determine if the information you're looking at is accurate and if it's credible?
Well, in the beginning of any large event, the information's flying in all directions. Facts are very hard to come by, as you're well aware in the news business. One of the better things to do is, as you're seeing what your friends are updating, also follow a news source like NBC or WBIR. And when those two things start to match up, then you can be more confident that what you're going to spread is the truth and not just a rumor, or it's something that hasn't happened or has not been confirmed yet.
So you want to make sure it's credited to a source, which is certainly what we do in the news business. I know I'm very hesitant when I look at tweets, and which leads us to retweeting that information. You want to share what you've read, the picture that you just saw on Twitter. What should you think about before you retweet it? Certainly some of the same things.
Absolutely. If it's questionable or you're not sure, or if it looks a little too good to be true, maybe. I know the other night after the event, they were tweeting the picture of a little girl and a little boy, claiming that both of them were the child that was killed in the bombing. Well, you know, obviously one of those is not correct.
Sure.
And so you just have to watch that, and maybe don't do it immediately when you see it, but make sure that you've got some confirmation that what you're spreading is actually truthful.
Sure. Now, one of the perks of social media is that eyewitnesses, can certainly share information, a great way of getting that information out, so it can be a powerful tool in breaking news stories, but sometimes it can reveal too much information and can be risky. For example, earlier today, Boston police sent out multiple tweets asking people to stop sharing information that showed where police were set up conducting searches, as it could tip off the suspect to where officers were located. The young man, the suspect, 19 years old, pretty sure he's probably on social media.
Sure,
he can be following those tweets and know exactly their every move and their next move. So let's talk about this. What are some things you should consider before you post something? Especially this morning, you're in Boston, you look out your window. Oh my goodness, you've got a SWAT team on your play set. What should you consider? It's
very easy to promote those kinds of things, whether through a text message or an update or a video or a photo. I think if it's something that you feel like the bad guys in this case may need to know or find helpful, it's probably best not to share that information. You can talk about it later, you know, that it happened, but I think in the middle of the moment, it probably needs to be kept to yourself.
Yeah, you don't want to jeopardize their safety or the investigation.
Sure.
Again, social media is certainly an asset, and we've seen it certainly change large-scale investigations. Law enforcement actually shared the suspects' photos last night, hoping to gain information and their locations, and then they were soliciting photos and video right after the Boston Marathon bombings, you know, from actual runners, spectators, hoping to maybe catch a picture with a suspect in it and look for clues through those things. So it's really changed investigation.
It's a huge tool. It goes both ways. It's very helpful in the sense that you can ask for a lot of information very quickly, but on the other side, they need to keep in mind that when they begin to release information, it can also be spread instantly very far and wide. So it's just something that's the new reality for an investigation, that they need to make sure the info that they're giving out is not speculative.
Because it will fly very quickly, as you mentioned. I want to close with social media as a grieving tool. It seems to be a way for us all to come together as an online community.
Yeah, whenever these events happen, instantly I start to see, our prayers are with the families in this event. It's a great way for everyone to share their sympathy with those that are involved, and it's a great way for the people who are involved to see the sympathy of the world as well. So it's a great tool.
All right, Bob Wilson, we'll end it on that. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
And we're